But before we get to calls and DMs, Matt, you got a take, which maybe I'm just not paying attention, but I haven't heard yet.
Well, so actually, I'll shout out Samuel Moyne at the top of this because he put this in a way that I find compelling. The Trump era is finally ending for both sides, which are now both forced to figure out how to build a majority without distraction or obsession. And as somebody who's not only not really built a majority out of abstraction just with regards to Trump, but has definitely commodified it in the forms of views to sell to advertisers for like YouTube revenue over the past 5 to 6 years. I think that might be true. It's been a huge boom to this business. Donald Trump, like the personality coming into politics, like he's brought. Not only did he break records for turnout, as he says, but Joe Biden broke records against him.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a few things going on. I mean, let's just look into the palace itself inside Mar-a-Lago. Maggie Haberman here. Trump is indeed furious this morning, particularly about Mehmet Oz, and is blaming everyone who advised him to back Oz, including his wife, describing it as not her best decision, according to people close to him. And he also and so what's interesting to me is the like sort of intelligentsia on the right, and we've been hinting at this for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But last night's outcome could not have set up the conflict like more so directly. That these guys want to move on from Trump and get DeSantis in, and you see, but so Trump himself. I mean, there's this Blaze article from today. I'll just share the headline here. I think if he runs, he could hurt himself very badly. Trump threatens to share unflattering info on DeSantis if the Florida governor.
I'm sorry, I know it's like old news, but like his grammar is so amazing. Like I can't like you try to learn it, but it's just like it's got to come from the source.
Yeah, and you're right. Like that's the thing is like not her best decision. That's authentic.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
it's not her best decision. Like it's your fucking wife, bro. Why are you taking like all of a sudden you decide she's gonna determine who you endorse? Because I'll do a Dr. Oz for you. Matt Walsh comes in. Trump looks weak and jealous, standing off on the sidelines, throwing pot shots at a winner who's ignoring him. It's just pitiful, really.
And that
Now,
goes to
what's
your
funny?
point.
What?
All right, go ahead. I mean, I just feel like we've seen it like just anecdotally, like the online right people are like they are taking marching orders on DeSantis already. Any video that we've done on DeSantis, it's just like it's like the only two videos that we get a lot of bot shit on is like anything crypto and anything Ron DeSantis. Like you just get like psychos going.
Right. Well, I mean, that suggests to me some institutional backing, like some super PAC or something. Here is another little section. If you remember, Trump recently called Ron DeSantis Ron Sanctimonious in a way that spiked searches for the word sanctimonious on Google, particularly in Florida.
That's probably a first for Trump, right? Is using a $2 word that people didn't know.
Yeah, but like the thing is like I got this argument with Sam on this. Like I think Trumpers love it. I think it's another stroke of insight because to them it's Trump is teaching me fucking language.
Words. Yeah.
Yeah, like this is a tool. Language is a tool, and this guy's filling up my toolbox. But here's how Ben Shapiro responded to that.
This is something that voters should keep in mind as they move forward. I'm not saying that if Trump is the nominee, I won't vote for him. I'm not saying that Trump didn't do many wonderful things as president. I've said all of those things many times before. I'm saying what is the strategic acumen that leads you to undermine your own Senate candidates on the basis of petty personal grievance? What?
Mm-hmm.
See, here's the thing. I like winning. You know what's not winning? Losing. You know what helps you lose? Undermining your own candidates for no reason. Trump on the phone, ripping Masters on speaker, on tape. Blake Masters is your guy. You picked him.
So,
yeah.
Now, for folks who don't know the backstory of that, there's a very funny call that's in like a Tucker Carlson documentary where Trump is like, Carrie Lake if she's asked, if she's married, she says Trump had the election stolen. You got to be tough. If you go limp, you'll lose. I think that's what he's referring to. But it's very interesting to me that all these folks, like Christopher Rufo, the little nerd goblin who launched the anti-CRT, thing, he's saying, like, what the hell happened to Arizona? And this is a guy who did a fundraiser for Blake Masters. Like, like, what do you mean? Blake Masters is underperforming Kerry Lake by about 3 percentage points. Kerry Lake, to me, not exactly a strong candidate. I think she's a bit nutcase too. Um, and so all these guys. Oh, here's another one. Eric Erickson. This is yesterday. I think the voters are ready to move on from Trump.
Ooh.
So, and it's like, look, well, I'll have to say that is Rhino. But I will say, like, it's gonna be, this is a tough thing to maneuver. You thought talking about like progressivism and having a critique of Obama was difficult. Like, watch these guys try to move out from Daddy Trump.
That's what's so fascinating, because like the thing about Trump is, like, it's funny because sometimes have short attention spans, but like all these bubbas were like worked up against him at the get-go for the most part, right? It took a little while for people to see the writing on the wall. It's like, oh, we got a line behind Daddy Trump in order to have like a political career. But it's pretty satisfying, I must say, in a way, to watch all these people jump ship the moment that they sort of see a crack. And the thing that, like, I have to say, Matt, like, that I don't know yet is that I think that, like, the fact that Trump's not in office right now, not on the ballot right now, I think gives these people a little bit more wiggle room. Because, like, let's say in 24, I mean, I don't know why this is. You might know more because of Majority Report, but like everyone's sort of assuming Trump's going to announce he's running for president again in a couple weeks.
So his folks were amped up about a November 14th announcement. And then I think the Politico and people reported on it. I don't know.
Okay. Because I know Lindsey Graham said that last night on television. But yeah, I mean, like, what I'm saying is that, like, these people have a little, what's going to be interesting is that, like, these folks have a little bit of time right now where they're not going to necessarily get like the full on backlash, where they can sort of maybe speak the truth. Because a lot of these people, like, they like Trump for what he did for them. They didn't like Trump very much, if you get what I mean. And
right.
I think a lot of people prefer DeSantis over Trump for a lot of reasons. So it's going to be interesting to see that, like, they might have enough space right now to make that commitment that we won't be able to really judge for a couple years. But I'll tell you what, it'll come back with a vengeance if there is still like any sustained enthusiasm for Trump in the Republican base.